Alright, you guys, welcome back to another reaction video here on What's Up with Malachi. Today we're going to be doing movie mistakes. I am notorious for picking these out. My wife hates it. Alright, so the first one is the fake baby in American Sniper. So you can clearly tell this is a doll, not a real baby. And he, I forget, was it Bradley Cooper who played him? I don't remember the actor that played main character in American Sniper, but he's using his thumb here to make the baby seem real, even though it's not. Alright, the next one is the waitress missing the light switch in Greece. So apparently, you can see right here, she's supposed to try to shut the light switch off with your elbow. I've tried numerous times, not always the most successful thing in the world, but you can clearly see that she is just due south of that light switch. But I guess whoever was on the set caught it and shut the lights off for her, which I think is kind of funny. Alright, there's a scene in Gladiator where you can see a gas canister in the back of the chariot. Do you see it right there? I think that's used to sort of like kick up the dust. Sort of, because obviously they're not going to go really fast with the horses in the chariot to, you know, it could harm the actors and stuff like that. So they probably used it to make it seem like they're going faster. Lily Potter's eyes in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. What exactly is wrong with her eyes? I don't see them. Throughout the book series, Harry Potter was always told he had eyes like his mother's. They were green. However, okay, they were played by someone who has brown eyes. Okay, so, you know, that's kind of, I wouldn't have noticed it as a mistake, but people who were really, really into it would have. I never read the books, so I didn't know that it said somewhere that, you know, Lily Potter had green eyes. I didn't know it in the movie either. And to me, when you have someone's eyes, I don't really pay attention to like the color of the eye. It's more of like the shape of the eye, stuff like that. So, you know. Okay, so I've seen this one before. The gear shift in Dirty Dancing. So if you look at this, he has a gear shift on the side of the steering wheel or steering column, and he's supposed to be driving right now. She's apparently changing, but that's park. It's in park. He has the car in park and he's supposed to be driving. It would not be that difficult to put it in like neutral and hold the brakes just to do the scene. Even if it's a non-functional car, get that gear shift out of the park position. Oh, I noticed this one so many times watching this video. Okay, a stormtrooper hits his head in Star Wars Episode 4. You can see it right there. Boink! Knocks his head right on it. I doubt that, especially in the original trilogy, I doubt there's much visibility with these masks on. I'm not sure if it's like mesh or if it's sort of like sunglass, you know, sort of like the sunglass plastic in there. But he clearly did not look up at all to see that this was too low. This stormtrooper ducked. He did not. Smacked his head. You can see the breakaway section of the pillar during the fight scene in The Matrix. This, I probably would not have noticed unless, you know, I actually stopped the film at this point. Because I know it's a very quick, like, movement. It's usually like that with action flicks is, you know, there's always constant movement, changing camera angle and stuff like that. So I wouldn't have noticed this, except for, you know, they stop it. You stop it right here, then you can definitely see it. The Lamborghini in Dallas Buyers Club. The movie is set in 1985, but you look behind Ron Woodroof, you can see a Lamborghini Aventador, which, yeah, didn't come out until 2011. That's bad. There's someone on the set who's supposed to, like, pay attention to the continuity of scenes and stuff like that, or at least someone do some research on how this is not accurate. I mean, 1985, Lambos were completely different than the Aventador. Completely different. The guitar Marty McFly plays in Back to the Future. I think I've seen something about this. Yeah. he's in the year 1955, but the guitar he's playing wasn't made until 1959. This is just a small little, didn't quite pay attention to the type of guitar. I think they were looking more for, they were definitely looking more for aesthetics. Bright red guitar, sort of like to go along with the music he was playing in that scene. But yeah, definitely not the right ear guitar. Unless the band that's playing at this local high school happens to know someone who made this guitar but didn't go into production until 1959. That's very unlikely. The kid covers his ears in North by Northwest. You see right here. Covers his ears in anticipation for the gunshot. Because the actor knew it was coming. Cher's driving test failure in Clueless. During Cher's driving test, she runs into another vehicle and destroys her side mirror, causing it to fly off. Yeah, her mirror, it folds and then breaks off, but I think the mirror that's flying is actually from this truck, it looks like, because it's silver, what goes flying. I don't know if she was purposely supposed to hit the vehicle or not. I've never seen the movie. So yeah, I don't know about that one. But oh, here it is. Okay, but the next scene, the window is magically replaced. It's not the window that got knocked off, it's the mirror. Yeah. It's boom, back. That's what I'm talking about. There's someone on the set who's supposed to look for that stuff. How it's different from one scene to the next. But that's also could have been just the editor, whoever was doing the video editing, not paying attention to what scenes they were using. So this part could have been filmed before she ran the Jeep into the other vehicle. Julia Roberts chomping on a croissant in Pretty Women. But magically it turns into a pancake seconds later. Okay, yeah, that's an issue. Unless there's a whole plate of breakfast, which probably is, 'cause it looks like she's in a hotel. There could be like a whole platter of breakfast sitting there in front of her. So who's to say that whenever they cut from, showing her the first time with the croissant to, I guess, I forget what the other actor's name is, to the other actor, and then back again, she didn't put down the croissant and pick up the pancake. To me, it's not quite a mistake, but yeah, you never know. Legolas eyes are blue in The Hobbit. Why is that an issue? But they are darker in Lord of the Rings series. Even though they were all made by Peter Jackson. Okay, that's just like a small little thing. I probably wouldn't have noticed it going from one, like, the Hobbit films to the Lord of the Rings. I wouldn't have paid attention to that. Unless you literally sit down and watch all of them, one after the other, in which you would be sitting for a long time. The scene in Encino Man where Link takes off in a driving test car. Dave Sheen also runs after Link and jumps into the car through the back window. But when you cut to the next scene, the man behind Link isn't Dave. Okay, so that's something you got to pay attention to when you're doing stuff like that, going from one to the other. Why, if they had to refilm the scene, why would they have completely changed it? Unless it went from like one day to the next of filming. That's, to me that doesn't make any sense. There's a continuity error in Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. The screen cap below shows a chessboard with pieces. But when the scene cuts, you see the chessboard empty. Yeah, see, that's another thing. There is someone who gets paid a decent amount of money to actually sit there on the set and watch and make sure that when they cut a scene, they actually go back and replace everything for filming the same scene a second time, doing another take. So this person obviously missed that. Missed it. There's a scene in... Hold on. There's a scene in You Got Mail where Tom Hanks' character puts an olive into his father's martini. But in the next scene, there's a cut to his father and then back to Tom Hanks' character. He puts the same olive in the martini. Okay, so basically he was making the drink over and over again. So, yeah, that's not good. Unless, he moved them, but I doubt that he swapped the glasses. In Grandma's Boy, there's a scene where a tray of food is put in the oven. Notice the banana? Okay, now I do. Yeah, I definitely noticed the banana. That's a little weird. Why would you put a banana in the oven? Would a baked banana be good? I know banana bread's good, but a baked banana? I don't know. Somehow it magically disappears once the food is removed from the oven. Okay, so yeah, they probably realized that the banana probably shouldn't be there. But even still, it's kind of just having the banana going in the oven in the first place is a movie mistake to me. There's even rain in Tombstone. No raining. That's bad. I mean, you can obviously tell that, they couldn't. You can't wait for a day of rain to film, and then you don't even know how long the rain's gonna last, so you're using what's called Hollywood rain. It's fake rain. Basically like a giant sprinkler. And obviously they shot in too big of an area or got a weird angle to see that all of this is dry out here, that there's no rain. But it is possible to have rain go through an area and you can actually see where it did not rain at all, and then see where it did rain. In Raiders of the Lost Ark, you can see the snake's reflection in the glass separating it from Indiana Jones. Where's the reflection? I don't see it. Do you guys see it? The reflection? I don't know. Hit me up in the comments if you see it, because I don't see it. Is it like masked by Indiana Jones here? I really don't see the reflection in the glass. I don't even see where the glass could be right now. So, like, they didn't circle it or point it out. So if you guys see it, definitely let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you see it. Maybe take a picture of it and show me. Yeah, so I've seen this one, or I thought about this before. How did Grandpa Joe manage to get out of bed to buy a chocolate bar in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? He was supposed to be bedridden for like the past 20 years. So how did he all of a sudden be able to get up and go? And then whenever he gets up here, he can't even walk. So how did he go and buy the chocolate bar? Makes no sense to me. Taylor gets a heart tattoo and she's all that. How's that a mistake? But during prom, the tattoo is clearly gone. Maybe she used makeup to cover it up. Simplest answer. Elsa's hair going through the shoulder in Frozen. How did it go through the shoulder? I mean, she flung it, but it didn't look like it went through her shoulder. Maybe you gotta slow it down to see it. There's a scene in Titanic where Jack Dawson mentions Lake I can't read. I don't know how to say that. A man-made lake that was built 5 years after the Titanic sank. That's an issue too. You got to know what time. Got to pay attention to the timing of things. Right, you guys, that's the end of this vlog or reaction video or whatever it is. Right, you guys. Later.